Hello, my name is Marina and I want to tell you something about digitalization in utilities. Let's take a look at Germany. Around 700,000 distribution substations and cable outlet distributors are responsible for a proper electrical low-voltage infrastructure. Such systems have a typical life cycle of around 30 years, which explains the different technical standards of many systems. Therefore, it is absolutely interesting for the utility sector to upgrade these existing systems to a new technical standard. Having said this, I want to ask you, why is the transparency of load flows that important? A huge challenge for network operators is the increase of bidirectional energy flows. Electrical energy doesn't flow anymore only from the generator to the electrical loads. Also on low voltage level, more and more sources of energy do exist. Therefore, a reliable overview of the loads is necessary. Let's first have a look at the classical structure of a substation. The transformer is the heart of every substation because it makes the electricity usable for you. The medium voltage measuring field converts high currents and voltages into lower ones. On the picture, you can see the low voltage part of the substation, which is the link between transformer and consumer. On the left, you can see the 3NJ fuse switch disconnector, and on the right side of the substation are the switch disconnectors and circuit breakers. So now let me show you how a distribution substation can be turned into an intelligent one. A simple way of integrating a distribution substation into a digital system on low voltage side is the use of the 3NA COM fuse. Here we have installed 3 different switch disconnectors with fuses. We show the 3KF switch disconnector with fuses, a 3-pole version. Then we show the 3NP1 fuse switch disconnector, a 4-pole version. And on the very right, a 3NJ4 fuse switch disconnector. And this 3NJ4 is actually the most common solution in the substation. We are now making our distribution substation digital. Therefore, all you have to do is replace the normal fuse with the 3NA COM fuses that have the measuring and communication function. Since the design and the size is exactly the same, it is very easy to replace. So this has already been done, the fuses have been changed. And in all of the devices, we have now 3NA COMs. Apart from that, we need a 7kN power center 1000, which has to be connected to 24 volts in order to run. So, first, I download the PowerConfig mobile app that I basically find in every app store. And now we have different options. And I will show you one possible way to add the device. So first, we look for the 7kN power center 1000 via Bluetooth. Therefore, I click once on the button for the Bluetooth. To connect the power center 1000, I need a pin. And this pin is written on the side of the device that you can find here on the left. So now the power center 1000 should appear in my devices. To add the fuses, I click on the symbol on the right of the 7kN power center 1000. I click Add Device, and now I can scan my fuses. A short note here, you can also scan the QR code of the fuses first and then put it into the device. Depending on the device, it can be easier or more complicated to scan through the glass. So once I added all devices, I have to connect them to the power center. I do this by going on the device and choose Connect or Pair. And now I have all devices connected to the Power Center 1000 in the PowerConfig mobile app. Once the data are connected to the Power Center 1000, there is a wide variety of options. For instance, the data can be passed on to the CKMA 8000 directly from the Power Center 1000. From there, the data can in turn be visualized using the customer's own cloud solution. Also, with the logo, it is possible to access the data from the Power Center 1000 and visualize it via the cloud, such as MindSphere. So there are really many options here. But we want to show you today how to implement the solution with the 7kN Power Center 3000. And therefore, I want to hand over to my colleague Paul who shows us how the devices can be linked so that the data can be processed further.
As Marina said, I would like to show you how you can integrate your smart devices to PowerCenter 3000. But before we go to PowerCenter 3000 Web UI, it will be nice to have the project Marina just created, so we don't have to do the commissioning second time. So let's take a look how you can export this project from the mobile app. As you see, I have a little bit of different system, because PowerCenter 1000 supports even other devices than 3NA Confuse. But I will be concentrating on 3NA Confuse in first line here, but I think it doesn't hurt to see even maybe other devices. So first of all, I have to go back to my devices view by using this arrow on the left upper side. Then I push on the PowerCenter 1000 device here for 1-2 seconds, and then at the upper right corner you see 3 new buttons, and the one in the middle is the well-known share button, or here in our case it's called export. So if I push on it, then I can choose whether I would like to share the file with encryption or without encryption. With encryption, I would use if I would like to share it with someone else by email or more unsecure ways of sharing it. For me, it's not important, so I will choose without encryption. And now if I push on the share button, then you will find all the usual sharing options you will see in your smartphone, like email or WhatsApp or Cloud Drive or whatever. Here we see the web UI of PowerCenter 3000. And the next step will be to import the previous created project to PowerCenter 3000. So let's do this. You can import your project by using the project widget on the web UI of PowerCenter 3000. Then you push on Open Project File button. Now you can choose your project you've created before and shared with you, or has been shared with you by someone else. Then open it. Then it takes some seconds, and here we see then add-ons on the left side of the devices you already configured. And if you are in the same network, then you can immediately access the data. Here that's the overview page for the PowerCenter 1000. So 3NA.com, it looks like this. Here we have our current, have our device data we set up before, some messages. Then under values, you see all the values the device provides to you, like date and time, diagnostic, so it's a quite fresh views, as you see, device temperature in the office I did the recording with, and here we see again the current. Up to now you saw that it's quite easy to visualize the data in PowerCenter 3000, but the more interesting options I will show you now, like receiving of events or pushing the data to the clouds. I won't be showing the complete setup of these features, as our colleagues from PowerCenter 3000 created some videos for you as well, explaining this. So please watch out for these videos. I will just show you shortly where you can do it. Let's go to the settings of PowerCenter 3000. You will find them on the left side here. And you will notice that you have a lot of settings that you can use to set up your PowerCenter 3000. What I would like to show you now is that you can set up your email account here. And with this email account, you can receive then some notifications if you like to. Here you can define at what time point and what events you would like to see in your email account. And here you are kind of still locally on site, right, with your data. Only the email goes out, but if you would like to have even more transparency and functionality, then you can even use the cloud option. Here you find it here. in this tab. Let me close these sections just to show you what we have. So here you see we can set up a MindSphere account here and push the data to the MindSphere. Here we developed a special application on the MindSphere called PowerMind. So please watch out for the videos of our colleagues from PowerMind as well. It's quite easy as you just saw me setting up PowerCenter 3000. In similar way you can set up your MindSphere application. But if you already have some other application in other clouds like AWS or Azure, then you can use MQTT protocol to send this data even to these clouds as well. So I hope we could give you some hints how your smart data can be used, and please check out the videos of other colleagues, as I mentioned before, to get some more information about this. Thank you very much, and until next time.